Well, hello there. Welcome to another edition of What's Cooking in Buck's Kitchen. So, as many of you might know from past videos, I have a dietary restriction. I am on a LEAP diet, and it means I can't eat a lot of certain foods. But one of the things I can have is rice, or rice flour, anything in the rice form. One of the things I've been craving is bread. And I can't have bread due to the eggs, the wheat, and the flour. But I can have rice flour. So I discovered this recipe called Roti. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's actually an Indian flatbread. Now, the Indians have a wide variety of flatbreads that they make. Most of them are made with wheats, and depending on the geographical location of India, depends on how they're made. The one that I discovered in the south part of India is Roti, R-O-T-I, and it's made with rice flour. It's actually a very simple recipe. They do put a lot of Indian spices, some carrot, some onion, some other Indian spices in there, but to make a simple side flatbread, it's just rice flour and water with a little bit of salt, and then you fry it in a flat pan. So I thought today I would show you how to make Indian Roti flatbread, okay? So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is get yourself some rice flour. I went to the grocery store and I found this bag, Bob's Red Mill white rice flour, right? Very easy. Next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna boil 2 cups of water, which I've been doing over here. Come on over, let me show you what I'm doing. So bring 2 cups of water to a boil, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rice flour and I'm gonna put it in this bowl. 2 cups of water and 2 cups of flour. All right, so there's my 2 cups of flour. As you can hear, the water's boiling. I'm gonna pour my flour into the boiling water. Stir it up until it soaks up all the water. See how it's soaking it up there and it's making like a little dough? It's really hot, so be careful. It gets very sticky and very crumbly really fast. But once you get it all mixed up and all the rice flour is soaked up the water, just cover it and let it sit for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you roll it up into a doughy ball, and then you're gonna separate it, and then you're gonna make a flat little round pancake shaped things, and then you're gonna fry it. I'll show you that in a minute. Meanwhile, on the other side of the kitchen, Lisa's out here cleaning green beans. We discovered a local farmer's market here in North Carolina, so you can get fresh, locally grown vegetables. And boy, oh boy, did we buy vegetables. We got fresh local green beans. We got this variety of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, little orange grape tomatoes. We got these German something tomatoes, like heirloom tomatoes, German heirloom tomatoes, which are something I've never had before, but they're pretty good. We got broccoli, we got cauliflower, we got apples, we got all kinds of stuff.
Melon, blueberries.
It's really awesome melon. So along with our Indian flatbread, Roti, we're also gonna have some green beans for dinner. So we cleaned and snipped off the ends and rinsed them off, and we put them in this cookie sheet lined with aluminum foil, all right? And I'm gonna take a little bit of olive oil, and I'm gonna douse them down with olive oil, all right, just like that. Get them nice and wet inside there. And then I chopped up some garlic, and I'm gonna sprinkle some garlic all along the top, all right, just like that. A little bit of salt, make it rain. Sea salt. I only use sea salt. And then fresh cracked pepper. All right. And there you have it, very easy. I got my oven preheated at 350 degrees. Now I've played with 350 and 400. It depends on how quick and how dark and how crispy you like your beans. But today I'm gonna put them in there for 350, and I'm gonna slow roast them, probably about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on, I just keep an eye on them, and when they look done, I take them out, okay? Okay. So I'm gonna take my green beans, slide them in there, and let them cook. Now, it's been about 10 minutes, and my rice flour dough should be all set and soaked up all that nice water and turn it into a little bit of a dough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop it right into this bowl here. I'm gonna add some olive oil to that. Now it's still a little hot, so I might want to let it sit and cool a little bit longer. So I made this the other night for the first time, and what I thought was really neat about it is it's almost like a bread. I mean, it's a flatbread, obviously. So I made a little tomato sandwich on it. I put a little cheese, a little salt and pepper, and I made myself like these little tomato sandwiches. You know, if you wanted to add sugar or some other type of sweetener to it, you could probably make this into like somewhat of a pancake. Some of the recipes I've seen online, the Indian cuisine, like I said earlier, they add carrots and some other Indian herbs and spices and stuff like that, and they really flavor this up. So you can make this a lot of different ways. I even thought about maybe adding some of this garlic that I chopped up in there, making it into like almost like a garlic bread, a garlic flatbread. So there's a lot of things you can do with this base recipe. This is just a basic base roti Indian flatbread recipe. Rice flour, water, and a little bit of salt. You add what you like to it, and it can be pretty much anything you want to be. A breakfast food, a dinner food, a side food, or maybe just lunch bread. You know, like I'm gonna make a sandwich out of it. So now that you have your ball, all right, it's all kneaded together and it's cooled and easier to manage, all right, what you're gonna end up doing here is breaking them off into smaller balls and rolling it out flat. So let me show you how to do that. Get yourself a piece of parchment paper and a rolling pin. Break off a piece of your dough, make a ball out of it, lay it on the parchment paper, and then take your rolling pin and roll it out nice and flat. Nice and thin, nice and flat. All right, so you see what you got here? You got yourself a nice thin piece of dough. Now I haven't tried this personally, but I also thought this is very much like a pizza dough. You could sprinkle on some sauce, a little cheese, and whatever kind of toppings you want, and boom, you got yourself a little gluten-free, vegetarian-free, allergy-friendly, leap diet-friendly pizza dough. So once you have your dough all rolled out and flat like this, bring it over to a hot griddle that I've got preheated over here. Put a little oil down and just drop her on there. I like to put a little oil on the other side, mix it around with the brush, and then flip her over. I like to brush this side with a little bit more oil, and basically just let it cook for a couple minutes on each side. And then after 2 minutes on each side, whoa, you got yourself a nice crisped up piece of flatbread. All right, and then just do the same thing with the other balls that you made. And when you're all done, this is what you got. Fried flatbread. And for the main course tonight, we're gonna make myself a nice piece of codfish. All right, a little piece of codfish. I put a little salt and pepper, olive oil on it. I'm gonna sprinkle a little garlic powder on it. Nice piece of codfish.
I'm gonna show them my nice chicken.
Lisa barbecued some chicken. We've done this before, but here it is. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the griddle for 3 minutes on each side. After 3 minutes, I'll flip it over, another 3 minutes, and we'll have a beautiful piece of codfish. Then I just took the green beans out of the oven after roasting them. And here you go. Roasted garlic and green beans. Does that look good? All right, so here's what we got. A beautiful piece of codfish with some great green beans and my flatbread. And Lisa's got herself some green beans and chicken. Her diet doesn't allow her to have any kind of carbs for dinner, so she's not gonna have any of the flatbread this time around, but she'll have that tomorrow at a different time of the day. So this is dinner. This is how you make flatbread. This was actually the goal of the video, is to show you all how to make flatbread that was leap diet friendly, gluten-free, allergy-free, all kinds of free, just good free flatbread. And like I explained earlier, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. You can sweeten it up, you can make it sweet and savory, however you like it. All right, so there you go. Well, thanks for watching. This was an impromptu What's Cooking in Buck's Kitchen. Didn't really plan it, just kind of threw it together real quick. But I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And let me know if you tried this flatbread. And I hope you come back next time for another What's Cooking in Buck's Kitchen. All right, well, we're gonna go eat. We'll talk to you another time. And yeah, thanks for coming.